The hip-hop and R&B scene that started in the late 80s and continues to today played a large part in African American culture. Some of hip-hop and R&B's most influential voices were initiated members of Black Greek letter organizations or showed them in their videos, but almost none of them said so in their lyrics. This is the story of who they are, what's actually verifiable, and why an entire culture of artists chose silence on the letters that shaped them. Before we go further, let's get this out of the way. Here's the standard this video holds itself to. Every member listed here has a verifiable connection, a confirmed chapter, a documented crossing, an on-record interview, or direct visual evidence in their own video. We are not using uncredited internet lists, unverified TikToks, or claims with no primary source. If it doesn't hold up, it's not in this video. If you have some "I heard" or "I heard that," put that in the comments. That's the line we won't cross, so you won't see them here. Ghosts. If you were alive in 1992, you know the song from the very first time. It was your comforter. 3 of the 4 members of Shy, Mark Gay, Carl Martin, and Darnell Van Rensselaer, were initiated members of Alpha Phi Alpha, pledged on the yard at Howard University. This wasn't an aesthetic. It was a fact of who they were before they were ever a group. Their a cappella style was popular and initiated other groups into harmonizing as well. Their videos touched on campus life and expanded on the concept of wifey and how to get a true one. Their place in R&B was iconic. 1 year later, Dupre Kelly, do-it-all of Lords of the Underground, pledged Alpha Phi Alpha at Shaw University. The video for "Here Come the Lords" was shot right there on campus, with Do-It-All wearing his actual letters on screen. No lyric needed. The proof is in the footage itself. Montel Jordan has talked about this himself, on camera. He pledged Kappa Alpha Psi at Pepperdine University in the spring of 1989, and he's described the experience directly in interviews. He delivered a transcending R&B song of that period. We know the song, we know how we do. Years later, his own son crossed into the same fraternity. 2 generations, the same letters, the Kappa pride. Wanya Morris is an officially initiated, lifetime member of the fraternity of Omega Psi Phi, initiated into Tau Tau chapter on January 3, 1999. One of the lead voices of the iconic group Boyz II Men, he barked out R&B anthems that those in that generation have come to love and celebrate. Roberta Flack's connection is an honorary, and it isn't recent. In the spring of 1955, while studying music at Howard University on a scholarship she'd earned at age 15, Flack was initiated into the Alpha chapter of Delta Sigma Theta. She didn't just join, she served as the chapter's business manager. It was during the same period at Howard that she met a fellow student named Donny Hathaway, an initiated member of Alpha Phi Alpha. Decades before Killing Me Softly made her a household name, Roberta Flack was a Delta woman first. Shamari DeVoe fronted Black in the late 1990s, one of the defining girl groups of the era. Years after her music career took off, she went back and finished her degree at Georgia State University, and in December 2014, she pledged Alpha Kappa Alpha. Like Flack, this wasn't an honorary gesture. She went through the initiation process. There's a separate category worth naming. Artists formally inducted as honorary members later in their careers, not pledged, but recognized. MC Lyte was inducted as an honorary member of Sigma Gamma Rho in 2004, and has spoken about it directly in interviews ever since. George Clinton's induction into Omega Psi Phi in 2020 closed a loop that started decades earlier. His 1982 hit Atomic Dog had already become an unofficial anthem for the fraternity, nicknamed the Q Dogs, long before he ever wore the letters himself. The fraternity later gave him their Lifetime Achievement Award Fantasia Barrino Taylor is a member of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated, joining as an honorary member during the organization's centennial celebrations. She was officially inducted into the sisterhood in November 2022. Fantasia frequently represents the sorority, often spotted wearing the organization's royal blue and gold colors, participating in community events, and even strolling with her sorority sisters. Sean Stockman was a singer, songwriter, and producer, and member of the iconic R&B group Boyz II Men. He became a member in 2021. William Bootsy Collins is one of the all-time great funk and R&B bassists, singer, bandleader. Grammy-nominated R&B and gospel singer Kelly Price is an honorary member of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated. She was officially inducted into the sorority in 2006. Her beautiful voice has given us many memorable songs. Legendary singer and Broadway star Stephanie Mills is an honorary member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. She officially became a member on January 21, 2026, when she was inducted into the sorority's Alpha Omega chapter. A recent inductee with a legendary career, Grammy-winning singer and actress Ledisi is an honorary member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. She officially became a member in 2021. Aretha Franklin, the Queen of Soul, was an honorary member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Initiation date, June 5, 1992 in New York City. While some might argue she's not technically R&B, she's also Aretha Franklin. Alicia Keys is an honorary member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. She was officially inducted in 2004 during the sorority's Boule. Ms. New York. Brandy is an honorary member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. She was officially inducted in 2014. She sung generational defining songs in the 90s and 2000s, and AKA like her mother, it became family business. Legendary singer Gladys Knight is an honorary member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. She was officially inducted as an honorary member in 1984 during the sorority's Diamond Jubilee celebration. If Aretha was the queen, Gladys was the empress and earns her place here. Queen Latifah became an official honorary member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated on July 9, 2025. She was inducted alongside 7 other trailblazing women during the sorority's 57th National Convention in Washington, D.C. The hip-hop icon Special Ed was officially inducted as an honorary member of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. He was welcomed into the fraternity in 2025. Yolanda Yo-Yo Whitaker is an honorary member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. She officially became a member of the sorority on August 10, 2024. Not every connection to BGLO comes from a lyric, or even from the artist's own membership. Sometimes the clearest evidence is just what's on screen. Jay-Z has never claimed membership in any Black Greek letter organization, although he has family who are alphas. But the video for 99 Problems features real Alpha Phi Alpha members stepping, captured in raw, documentary-style footage on Brooklyn Concrete. Chubb Rock's video, Just the Two of Us, similarly features real members of Omega Psi Phi and Kappa Alpha Psi on screen. A visual credit to the culture, independent of the artist's own personal ties. The same can be said for the legendary Biz Markie, who had Kappa Alpha Psi strolling next to him in Just a Friend, a classic hip-hop track. Missy Elliott took this even further. Her 2019 video for Drip Demeanor featured real members of all 9 Divine 9 organizations, not because Missy herself holds membership in any of them, but because she built the entire video as a tribute, sparking the viral hashtag Divine9 challenge that had each organization show up and stroll to her song. And of course from the South, you have Goody Mob, Rock Your Hips. Goody Mob often rep the BGLO in their videos, either directly or through influences, with that Southern HBCU vibe that was a reflection of how deeply embedded hip-hop is in Southern Black college life. Across decades of mainstream hip-hop and R&B, full organization names are almost never spoken outright in lyrics. Not Omega Psi Phi, not Alpha Kappa Alpha, not by their three-word Greek names at least. That's not an oversight. That's a pattern, and it tells you something about how artists tread through their affiliations. There are a few mainstream, remember I said mainstream, songs that breaks this pattern clearly. The first that really gets into it is Kanye West's School Spirit from 2004. Every single organization, named through its abbreviated name, all 8 in one hook. And then, in the verse, Kanye tells you exactly what he's doing. He raps about the Kappa colors, then adds, "And I ain't even pledge." He's not claiming membership. He's naming the D9 in one breath, and openly admitting he's an outsider looking in. Even though he didn't pledge, he can still take their riz. Even going as far as doing the skit "Broke Fi Broke, we ain't got it." That's rare that it happens this directly. Outside of Kanye, the references that do exist almost never use a full name. They use shorthand, a single word doing all the cultural work. 2 chains, on whip and a chain raps. Only Kappa steps with a signed petition. 1 word, Kappa, paired with steps, a direct nod to stepping and the discipline of the intake process. No further explanation needed for anyone who knows the culture. Everyone else just hears a clever bar. In J. Cole's Punch in the Clock, he makes subtle reference. He raps, "Like a Q-Dog, my niggas burnin' with a mute off." A reference to the process of branding, common for the Qs. Considering he went to St. John's, he would have been exposed enough to the culture to drop a bar in his rhymes, even infrequently. And then there's the subtlest layer of all, songs that may carry a reference, hidden entirely inside sound and wordplay, that most listeners would never catch. Take Pharrell's Cash In, Cash Out. Tyler the Creator raps a line that sounds, on its surface, like a simple bar. "I'm like you." As a homonym, that line can also be, "I'm like Q," the nickname for Omega Psi Phi. Next line, an ad-lib repeats Soof, which, said quickly, echoes the sound of the Omega wolf call. This is an interpretation, not a confirmed reference because it is not listed in the lyrics themselves. But considering Tyler's verse was about the flex, why would he look in the mirror and go oof? A bigger flex is saying he's like a Q, and his aura is so strong they give him the Q call. The artists have not said this publicly, and he is not a member of the organization, but it's exactly the kind of layered wordplay that makes a line work 2 ways at once. Fully coherent without any insider knowledge, and entirely different if you have it. If you can think of more like that, post it in the comments. That's the reason so much of it stays invisible to a general audience. It's not always hidden by silence. Sometimes it's hidden in plain sound. So why the silence? Because my expectation was much more than this. I have a few theories, a few reasons. Let's check them. First, some artists who are not members are simply careful about referencing an organization they don't belong to. It can read as appropriation, or invite correction from people who would know the difference instantly. Some artists who are members choose not to make it public material in their commercial work at all. For them, the organization is personal, not promotional. Most artists didn't join as undergraduates. Many major rappers and R&B artists either never attended college, attended briefly, left before graduating, became famous before college age, or were honorary members later in life, which means they miss that undergraduate BGLO life of step-in, chapter activities, social events, etc. Someone who becomes an honorary member at age 30 or 40 may genuinely value the organization, but it is unlikely to become a central part of their artistic identity. BGLO culture is intentionally inward-facing. A lot of it is designed to be understood by members only. Unlike hip-hop, which is designed for public consumption, much of fraternity and sorority culture gains value from exclusivity. As a result, members often signal affiliation subtly rather than explicitly. A bunny here, an ape there, maybe a dove, a vine, or a crimson jacket. Record labels reward universal references. If you're writing a song for a major city, then I'm a nook is less useful than I'm from the South Side. I got money. I made it out. The 6, the ditty South, because everyone understands the latter. The commercial incentives don't favor Greek references. Now, when this was told to me, I immediately thought, son, pass me what you're smoking. I'm playing. But Pharrell, it is valid. Hip-hop's origin story wasn't college-based. The foundational figures of hip-hop emerged from Bronx Street, DJs, neighborhood culture, housing projects, not college campuses. BGLO culture is fundamentally college-centered. The two worlds overlap today, but their origins are very different. Historically, Black Greek life was producing lawyers, educators, ministers, civic leaders, while early hip-hop was emerging from a different social ecosystem. That separation may have persisted even after BGLO members entered the industry, or some members identified with both worlds. And for some artists, there's a real, documented tension. Black Greek letter organizations carry deep respect and also, at times, public scrutiny, including well-documented pledging incidents within the broader landscape of Greek life. An artist with a wide, general audience fan base may simply choose not to invite that conversation into their music, regardless of personal ties. None of this is a criticism of the organizations. It's an explanation for why an entire category of cultural reference stayed mostly unspoken, hidden in symbols, shorthand, and the occasional knowing wink, rather than said outright. One more observation. Almost every confirmed pledged member in this video joined a fraternity or sorority in the late 1980s. That's not necessarily a coincidence, and it may say something about how the relationship between mainstream music careers and Greek life has shifted over the decades. Though that's a pattern worth its own dedicated research, not a conclusion this video is equipped to prove. Hip-hop is one of the rare black music genres that the BGLO hasn't had a strong impact in for the last 100 years or so. BGLO wasn't soul, jazz, funk at all, but it missed hip-hop. What could be the possible impact of this with regards to attracting members, being accepted in the black populace, and known by society in general? It does suggest times have changed, and BGLO needs to as well, and that can be explored in a series if the interest is there. What you've seen here, though, is deliberately small, not because the connection between this culture and hip-hop is small, but because we held every claim to a high standard for internet content on this subject. If a series is something you want to see, let us know in the comments. For now, this is what's verified. This is what's Pharrell.